This is it, people. This is it. This is the holy grail of shark movies. Cruel Jaws, also known as Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws. That's right. But it's not a sequel in the Jaws franchise. It's not even actually Jaws 5. It is, in fact, an Italian ripoff of Jaws. And not only does it rip off Jaws, as a matter of fact, it not only rips off Jaws, it rips off Jurassic Park, Star Wars, and even to some extent, Power Rangers, and even Hulk Hogan. Yes, you heard that right. It rips off Hulk Hogan. So, tell me if this sounds familiar. A police chief comes across the shark attack, tells the mayor and another businessman in this case, you need to shut down before this big celebration thing happens because there's a shark, but he doesn't want to do it because all the tourism, and so they have to kill a shark. Yup. And this doesn't only rip off Jaws and all the other movies I've said, but it rips off other shark movies, and I mean directly. Like, in the original release for this, there was footage from Jaws, and they just recently released a Blu-ray of this, but they were forced by Universal to take out the Jaws scenes. But all the other shark scenes were fine, and yeah, they were going to get into it, but yes. And right away, you could tell the inconsistencies are going to happen. Because we got this couple, Billy and his girlfriend, whose name I don't remember, I don't care. They're driving. And when Billy is driving, he looks like this. Right? In one scene, talking to his girlfriend, it cuts to a wide shot of him driving. When it cuts back, he is all of a sudden wearing glasses. And he wears these glasses for the rest of the movie. But for the first minute, he's not wearing glasses. And you wonder, where'd the glasses come from? Now this film actually starts with these three people who sea dive under the sea, who dive under the water, and they release the shark, basically. It's like an experiment they come across later. So Billy is friends with this guy named Dag, who's played by a guy who looks just like Hulk Hogan. Like 80s Hulk Hogan without the muscle. I mean, he's not fat, but they show him with his shirt off, and he's not Hulk Hogan 80s. He's got hair on his chest too, but he looks like 80s Hulk Hogan with the hair and the mustache. He's 80s Hulk Hogan. Discount Hulk Hogan, I'm going to call him. His name is Dag. He's got a son named Bob, who I said, he kind of looks like Jason from the Power Rangers. Just a little bit. To later on, he's wearing a red t-shirt and a wristwatch. And I went, okay, now he looks like Jason from the Power Rangers. And Billy, later, when we first see him, he's wearing like a blue flannel shirt and glasses. And I went, they're ripping off Power Rangers? This is 95, so they could be ripping off Power Rangers. But how do they rip off the other movies? Well, there is a musical score in this film that sounds just like the Star Wars theme. It sounds like and then it goes into its own little spiel. But it's Star Wars. And they play it throughout the film. There's a scene in which Discount Hulk Hogan is explaining how the shark is going to attack. It's going to hit you here. It's going to hit you there. It's going to cut your stomach open and spill out your intestines, and you're still alive while it's doing this. Does that sound familiar? It should, because that is verbatim the exact same thing that Dr. Alan Grant tells that little kid about raptors in Jurassic Park. Yes, there is a little girl in this movie who's supposed to be in a wheelchair. First time we see her, though, she's swimming in the water, moving her legs. She is then picked out of the water and put in a wheelchair. We see multiple times during this film she uses her legs. But she's in a wheelchair, and they keep saying how much she's in a wheelchair. Billy's girlfriend he came with is blonde. There's this kid named Ronnie, guy named Ronnie, who I call Discount Patrick Swayze. He's got a girlfriend who's also blonde. And Bob is dating Ronnie's sister, who is also a blonde. Now, Ronnie's girlfriend gets eaten, so that's not hard to, I watched Hack the Movies review this, and I think they got confused. They confused Ronnie's sister with the girl from before, because there's a scene in which, Billy is obsessed with fish, and he's trying to help save these people, and his girlfriend at one point in the film says, it's either me or the fish, and they're deep in the investigation with this shark, and he has to go save people from the shark. He's like, well, that's enough, so she decides she's going to hook up with Ronnie. This is literally after Ronnie's girlfriend died in front of him, but he decides to do it, and she gets eaten. Now, Tony and Trisha, when they did their review of this movie, they said that she was killed, but then they told the little girl, Hulk Hogan, Discount Hulk Hogan, told the little girl that her friend was okay. That's because the girlfriend died. Billy's girlfriend dies, but the friend that they're talking about is Ronnie's sister. All right. Now they rip off Jaws a lot with Ronnie's girlfriend going swimming and the girl gets eaten by the shark. And to Billy claiming it's a tiger shark, although they claim that the actual shark is a tiger shark, but we only see great white sharks because of using stock footage. They also have him, Billy, say Richard Travis's line of cut it open and see what it's eaten, which they don't do. They even ripped off the scene from Jaws 2 with the lady pours the gasoline over herself and lights herself on fire. Only this time, it blows up the entire fucking ship. Because, of course it does. The dubbing in this is terrible. For some reason, Italian filmmakers can't just record their dialogue on set. They have to overdub everything. So, the dubbing in this is just terrible. You can... It is so terrible. And they blow the shark up at the end, but there's no explosion footage because that was probably from the original Jaws movie that they had to take out. And there's a bounty for the shark. And since Hulk Hogan, or Discount Hulk Hogan, was one who blew the shark, there was a subplot about how his research lab, or his whatever it is going to be shut down because he has no money. And this guy, businessman, is going to do it. They even brought in the mob, which was a dropped subplot from Jaws 2, so they used it in this. They didn't use it very well. They should have called this Hulk Hogan versus the Shark. It's not even Hulk Hogan, but it's basically what it is, you know what I mean? Just saying. Okay. Tell you what. Sure was entertaining, sort of. Kinda. Maybe. I wanted to end with this. Yes, this is the last day of Shark Week because I cannot bring myself to sit and watch 47 Meters Down. I just don't like the movie, and I don't want to watch it. I started watching it last night, from when I'm recording this, and I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't at all. So this is the end of Shark Week. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed watching shark movies. They're fun. Some of them. I think I'm not gonna say because I'm gonna do a ranking for the last actual day of Shark Week. I think I'm gonna put out a ranking on a Sunday tomorrow for when you're watching this. Excuse me, but yes, this was fine. I wasn't expecting much anyway. I sure as hell wasn't expecting a Hulk Hogan looking motherfucker hunting down a shark. There's a scene where he was trying to get like a boat started or something, and I had the sound off. Or, no, I had the sound on, but I don't know. But I'm sitting there and I'm going, come on, brother. We gotta start this boat, brother. We gotta get going and fight that shark, dude. Just to, keep myself entertained. Not that this wasn't entertaining, it was entertaining, but, goof around. But, yes. So, yeah. So, I gotta grade this fucking thing. Give it a 6 out of 10. It's fine for what it is, but a 6 out of 10 it shall be. So what are your thoughts, freaking English, on Cruel Jaws? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.